you are the director of development of Hall 8. For people who are familiar with the Cardano ecosystem, let's say that in ApexFusion, Hall 8 is maybe the equivalent of IOG in Cardano, right? Is that how you can consider it?
Yes, thank you, Albert, for the intro. I am director of delivery at Hall 8, the labs part of the ApexFusion project, one of several partners building out different blockchains and the protocol and the community itself. It's great to be back here, yes, and we had some good times in Berlin.
We sure did. Listen, okay, well, first of all, the reason why we're doing this is because there is some very big news to be announced. It's kind of imminent, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But first of all, the thing with ApexFusion is it feels like it's a complex project. It isn't really. It's just kind of maybe sometimes a little bit for people a little bit difficult to get their head around it, right? Like how do you define something where so many things are interacting with each other? So it's always good to just come back and one time, every time that we meet, maybe give the definition of like what is exactly that you guys are doing. And then I had the opportunity to speak with Chris Greenwood on your team today. And I thought it was interesting because he called ApexFusion an expansion accelerator. And I thought that was a really good definition. Because why? Because in the end, blockchain is a space where people can build stuff, right? It's a space made software for developers. And what you guys are offering is, in a sense, an expansion to existing ecosystems where you provide the way for developers to do more things sooner, faster, and better. Is that something that you will agree on that definition?
Yeah, I agree on everything you said. It can be a challenge for new people to understand what it is, why it exists, what does it offer, and it is on us at Hall 8 and the foundation and the other partners to kind of present it in a clear, succinct way. But the thing is, different let's say users, builders can look at it from different angles and perspectives, and we believe that that's completely fine and normal. Because if you are an EVM dApp developer, you will look at it from one perspective. You will look at it as a way, oh, I can deploy my dApp here and also tap into the Cardano liquidity and the UTXO side. And if you are a Cardano builder, you will look at it, okay, this is another place for me for the first time where I can redeploy my app and try this new ecosystem and gain some new users. If you are, let's say, an infra provider, you can look at it, okay, this is another place where I can run a node like stake pool on Prime and I can have some incentive there. So there are many ways to look at it. If you're an end user, my personal belief is this should all be abstracted to you. I think this is the main goal of blockchain on a wider scale. Like the user doesn't even need to know that they're using blockchain. They just need to have a good experience and to have some of their problems removed by this technology. But whether they are using Nexus, Vector, Prime, Cardano, Base, they shouldn't really care, right?
Sure.
I think we're not there yet as an industry, but ApexFusion is really committed to kind of push that narrative forward.
Like in the end, like you say, it's about what can you make there and why will it be great and will people do it, right? And that also determines the philosophical value of the whole ecosystem. So maybe very shortly, I think I thought about how to display this. Maybe I'll use my hands while doing it, and then you can tell me if it's right or wrong for people who are watching it. So basically, it's a triangular architecture where you have the prime layer here, which is UTXO based, which provides the security, right? The L1. And then there's two blockchains on top, which are the L2s. One is the EVM side, which is called Nexus, which can do a lot of stuff. And in a sense, is an expansion accelerator for developers building on the ETM side, on the Ethereum side, although really you've based it on Polygon technology. And then on the other side, here's the UTXO side where there's people that are building on Cardano and they can use this side. And both sides have been improved by you guys. So this is like, in a way, like EVM on steroids. And this is like Cardano on steroids. But then you guys weren't even happy with that because then you also connected them so they can also talk to each other and they can also interact, right? So the news that we have, or the announcement of the news, which you always tell people you shouldn't make an announcement of an announcement, but in this case, this is what we're doing. But first of all, just very briefly, tell us what the state of Nexus, what can people already do of Nexus, and then why is it awesome? And then we're going to go to the other side where we have the announcement coming. So first of all, give us a brief sense of why people should go also and develop on Nexus, and all the amazing things that you're already doing and launching.
Yes, so Nexus is live, and thank you for the explanation. I love hearing actually other people explain the architecture because it gives me feedback on, what do people, let's say, outside perceive. Yes, so Nexus is live, like you said, based on Polygon Edge, but in the Ethereum space, it's just an EVM equivalent. So if you have an EVM DApp, whether on Base or Ethereum or on any other, Binance Smart Chain, something like that, you can redeploy it on Nexus basically out of the box. The other great side of Nexus is that it's integrated with Layer 0 already. So Nexus is connected through Layer 0 to the wider blockchain ecosystem. I believe it's more than 100 blockchains out there. Some of the largest ones are Base and Binance Smart Chain. So the infrastructure is there already for some projects to move if they want, or bridge from Cardano through Skyline Bridge to Nexus, and then further into the wider crypto space. So we believe that in that sense, that's how Nexus can serve also the Cardano community and the UTXO side, which is the whole point. So it's not only for the builders of EVM, it's truly for the Cardano community to be connected to the wider ecosystem, and also for that wider ecosystem to have a path to connect the liquidity of the outside back to Cardano, right? That's where it is right now. I believe that there is a much clearer, succinct definition of that value offering being prepared that will be kind of presented and offered to Cardano ecosystem projects soon. Like you can imagine, Knight just had a launch. Congratulations to Midnight, to the Midnight Foundation, and you can imagine that now you have Knight as a token on the Binance Smart Chain, if I'm not mistaken, and then you have Knight as of course a Cardano native asset, and then you have split, fragmented liquidity between those two. So Nexus could be a way to create an arbitrage between those two and just increase liquidity on both sides and increase the flow of money. So that's where Nexus is right now.
But really, in the end, we are here because the news is the development of the other part of it. So yeah, I leave it up to you, right? So what is happening?
Thank you. Yeah, Vector is what I believe is the crown jewel of ApexFusion. It's a clone of Cardano, a redeployment of Cardano technology with a faster block time within a federated set of validators. So in short, it's a faster finality, higher throughput version of Cardano. It's a combination of, let's say, equivalent of Peras and Leos together, right? With a different technical execution, but basically the same effect. That is alive, right? That is working right there right now. It's been a long journey, and we are in the final steps of making it public.
Because I guess this is what we can now share with everybody, is that the tech is basically finished, and that's behind the scenes. People are already connecting.
I think, I believe that the phase that Vector is going to enter is going to be much more business development related, marketing related, comms related. Like you said, and you are involved with ApexFusion for some time now, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad that we have a great relationship. But even you, it's difficult to understand and comprehend, and that's something that all the entities in the ecosystem have to work with. So not only the technical readiness is important, it's important to communicate, it's important to have great documentation, simple onboarding, great technical standards, great community standards, established places for conversations, etc., etc. And I would really like to thank several of our partners who have helped tremendously with Vector. Eternal Wallet, a huge thanks to those guys who are just every step of the way with us. To Eternal, they have very similar names, but Eternal is the entity from Novi Sad that also built the bridge between all our chains, and also they built Skyline Bridge. Then we have TX Pipe, who is very active in creating examples, documentation, testing suite for Vector to test the load test Vector as a blockchain. Currently, we have Y Finance working with closely with us to deploy the first version of their app and DEX, so that once Vector is live, users can use something, deploy something, and many other partners that are going to be with us all in the future and be a part of the ecosystem. So
Okay,
I'm personally very excited for Vector. I'm really like deep into it. So I'm inviting all of all of Cardano to come over, try it. It's basically what Nexus is for EVM. What I just said works the same for Vector. You should be able to just copy paste your front end and back end, point the back end to another chain, and have a smoother, faster experience, which with far smaller history, so a lot less things to index and follow, and try it out and see how it works.
Yes, this is already happening behind the screens. I imagine you guys are already reaching out, and then contacts are happening. But when is the main announcement happening for the main public?
Just for me not being that well connected to the marketing side, I don't want to put words in their mouth, so I'm just going to stick with soon. I don't want to be blamed for something. But yes, very 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 soon. And
yes, and then
the comms will be
and then
very,
once
very
and then
clear
once Vector is fully operational, then that's it. That's basically it, right? Then all the parts are switched on, or is there anything missing?
I would say, well, this is a good question and a great conversation. Technically, from my side as a developer, I would say yes, all parts are switched on. But there's of course many more things. Like even now, if you want to deploy on Cardano, yes, but there's a lot of pain points, right? You still want to have documentation, you still want someone to kind of help you, you still want to ask a question, you still want to have an integration with this and that. We have Charles just now talking about PETH integration. There are many things to the ecosystems don't exist just magically. You just build them and they are monoliths that just work. There are updates that will come with time following the Cardano cadence of updates. There are also some possible project new protocol updates that working with well-typed, with Duncan Coates, are maybe coming to Vector. So in practice, there will be a lot of work on business development and on community development, on builder community development. We have a wonderful Discord at the moment. If you're a builder and if you're just a user or interested, you're very welcome to join and go into any kind of any depth of level. What I really like right now about Vector is that it's a small group and we can openly discuss these issues that and can change some things that that are difficult to change on Cardano now. Let's say the metadata standard, or even the native token standard, or the way we connect to wallet connects to apps. Some of these things that are maybe not as straightforward or not as clean on Cardano, we can fix them now because we're a small group. So I invite anybody who wants to join that conversation. Please come over.
Fantastic. I mean, I guess the way to say it is, I mean, the work never stops, but next week is when the fun really starts, and I guess we're all really looking forward to that. Filip, was awesome meeting again, and I guess there'll be more news to share with the whole wide world very soon, with many other media outlets. And congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I think more of these conversations will be had, many more. I look forward to our next one.